Good afternoon, students. Today we are going to see the information technology introduction of chapter-wise weightage system for all unit 1, unit 2, unit 3, unit 4, and unit 4. And even we are going to check the 4 section of marking system, that is section A, B, C, and D. Okay, so let's start. So that is information technology, code number, subject code 402. Okay, so you have a 5 unit in class 9, that is communication skill 1, self-management skill, ICT skill, entrepreneur skill, and green skill. That is called as the employability skill. In unit 1, we have to develop communication skill, then you will get 2 marks. In unit 2, you have to develop self-management skill, then you will get 2 marks again. In unit 3, you have to develop ICT skills, you will get 2 marks. In unit 4, you have to develop entrepreneur skill, again you will get 2 marks. And finally, in unit 5, you have to develop green skill. Communication skill means you have to, whatever IT software you have to explain properly. In self-management skill, you have to focus on cost cutting and time management. ICT skill, you have to use the software, basic softwares like MS Word, MS Excel, like this. Entrepreneur skill, you have to develop a new business, you have to start new business. And for new business, which software you are going to use. Okay, that softwares we'll see for developing entrepreneur skills. Then green skill, which reduce your paper costing and your overall cutting off cost for papers and all that. Means you have to 100% you have to use the softwares so that you can focus on the green skill. Okay, so this 2 mark each for employability skill, that is section A, part A. Employability skill, that means you have to develop communication skill, self-management skill, ICT skill, entrepreneur skill, and green skill. So every unit you have to develop one skill, that is called as the employability skills. For example, communication, self-management, technical knowledge, entrepreneur skills, green skill, you have to develop the new softwares. You must know all the softwares regarding documentations, communication skills, keyboard management, etc. Okay, so basic knowledge of all software. And through that software, we have to develop communication skill, self-management skill, ICT skill, entrepreneur skill, and green skill. In every unit, you have to develop one skill that is called as the employability skills. Okay, that means you have to create employment. You have to create a self-employment. That is employability skills. So by default, it will allocate 10 marks, 2 marks for each unit. So 2 5s are 10, you will get 10 marks in section A. That is theory part. Theory part is divided into part A and part B. Okay, that is section A and section B. So part A is for employability skill, that is 10 marks. Then subject specific skill, it is having 40 marks. Okay, so subject specific skill, that means you must have to knowledge of regarding IT industry, data entry, keyboard skill management. So you must know the keyboard software, keyboard skill management softwares. Okay, then digital documentation, that means MS Word or Libre software, Word documentation. Then electronic spreadsheet, that is Excel, MS Excel. And unit 5, that is digital presentation. For example, you must know the software Microsoft presentation. So these all software we have already covered in class 8. So same syllabus, slightly there are changes in new softwares they have included, like keyboard skill management software they have included. Okay, and one Libre software, Libre documentation and Libre spreadsheet, they have included in the as an optional to MS Word or MS Excel. Then this subject specific skill, as far as unit 1 is concerned, you have to get at least 4 marks. Then in unit 2 you will have to get 6 marks. In unit 3 digital documentation you will get 10 marks. Electronic spreadsheet, that will cover 10 marks again. Digital presentation, that also cover 10 marks. So in section B you will get 4 plus 6 10 plus 10 20 plus 30 plus 10, that is 30, and plus 10, that is 40. So in unit 1 2 3 4, as far as subject specific skill is concerned, you will get total 40 marks. Okay. Unit 1 industry, in the introduction to IT industry, 4 marks. Unit 2 data entry, that is 6 marks. Digital documentation, that is 10 marks. Electronic spreadsheet, that is 10 marks. Digital presentation, that is 10 marks. In introduction to IT industry, you have to use a different IT industry website. In data entry and keyboard skill, you have to use keyboard management software. In digital documentation, you have to use a MS Word or Libre Word documentation. In electronic spreadsheet, you have to use a MS Excel or Libre Excel. In digital presentation, you have to use a Microsoft presentation or Libre presentation. Any software you can use. That is optional software. So total section B, you will get 40 marks. So section A 10 marks plus section B 40 marks. So both the part of section A, B will cover 50 marks. 40 plus 10, that is 50 marks. 50 marks, these 50 marks for theory part of that, theory part of this subject. Okay. Then remaining 50 marks for practical section. So practical section again divided into part C and part D. Part C is divided into practical work. Here you will get 35 marks. So these 35 marks is divided into first practical examination, that is 15 marks. Then written test of practical exam, that is allocated for 10 marks. Then Viva, Viva is allocated for 10 marks. So total practical work will be divided into 15 plus 10 plus 10. That is total 35 marks you will get in part C. That is a practical work. Then project work, that is a section D or part D. That is project work or field work. You have to take all the, whatever practical you have completed, you have to take a printout of that practicals. Okay, all practical exercise you have to solve and you have to take printout of that practical exercise. So you will get 10 marks. And you have to make a documentation of that files or that printout of that all the practical exercise. So in that practical exercise, if you take a printout, you will get 10 marks. So that file will get 10 marks. And on that, I will ask some Viva, I will ask some questions, or I will conduct a Viva on that project work. So you will get 5 marks on that pertaining to that Viva. Or after completion of that Viva, you will get 5 marks in a project work. Same way, in practical work, you will get 10 marks in practical work. Okay, so first in section C, we have covered 35 marks in practical way. Same way, in project work, that is section D, part D, practical file will cover 10 marks and Viva will cover 5 marks. So total you will get 50 marks. Okay, so part C, practical section part C, you will get 35 marks and practical part section D, part D or section D will cover 50 marks. So 35 plus 15, that is 50 marks. So this is a practical section, 35 plus 15, that is a total 50 marks. So this way we have covered 50 marks for theory, that is section A or section B, part A, part B, and practical work we have covered 35, section C, and 50 marks, section D. Okay, again I repeat, theory section, part A, employability skill, 10 marks, part B, subject specific skill, all 5 units will be divided into 4, 6, 10, 10, 10. So total 40, 40 plus 10, 50. This is a 50 marks for 3 question paper. Then practical section, you will get first in section C, you will get 35 marks. Section D, you will get 15 marks. Section C, that is practical work, 15 marks, written test 10 marks, Viva 10 marks, total 35. Again, section D, project work. In that you have to complete all practical exercise, practical file 10 marks, Viva 5 marks, total 50 marks. In this way, you will cover practical marks 35 plus 15, 50 marks. Total 50 marks for practical. And again, total theory marks, 50 marks for theory section, section A and section B. Thank you very much. In this way, we have covered total 100 marks, 50 theory and 50 practical marks. Thank you.